Hai gì cho nó. Good afternoon. Now we're talking about education. Now Mae Sot, you will see how the many migrant students. So now I'm staying with Mr. Saw No. He's a teacher in CDC school, the one of the migrant school in here. So good afternoon.
Okay, good afternoon. Yeah.
Right. So I will start with the first question. Okay. So what do you understand about the ASEAN?
So, in my opinion, ASEAN is a one community.
Yes.
So, because in Southeast Asia, there are 10 countries in ASEAN. So they would like to be one in a 10 country and work together and the same vision, the same mission, one community to the one community. Yeah.
Yes. Right now we will say we have to do everything together. It's like one family in 10 countries. So second question: what will happen in migrant school when the ASEAN open?
I think the migrant school will be available for the migrant school now, migrant community, because as you know, in our migrant, most of the migrant students can speak more than 2 languages.
Yes, yes.
So that is why they will have a good opportunity, even though they didn't have any accreditation.
Yes.
So one thing is very important is to accreditate of the migrant student.
Yes.
Because if the ASEAN community open, there is many benefits to the student who study in the migrant school. Because they can speak English, Thai, and Burmese, and other ethnic group in Myanmar. So it will be very advantage to them. Yeah.
So do you think they are ready for ASEAN?
Yeah, sure. They are. Most of our migrant school are preparing for the one ASEAN community.
Yeah.
So they are ready for to develop the one community and to be in ASEAN.
Yeah. So the last question is: do you have any recommendation for the people in Mae Sot or migrant student for student?
Yes, I think our migrant student will be helpful for the both country, Myanmar and Thailand.
Yes.
So because wherever we look in the Mae Sot, there is a lot of our migrant students leading the organization or CBOS, any other in other office now. So I think if the ASEAN one community open in a Thai-Burma border in Margaret, so they will be ready and they will be very active to participate in a one community, I think.
Yes. So when the ASEAN opened, what do you think do we have the many students from the Myanmar come to CDC school a lot, or they will go back into Myanmar because just like a one country when it's 2015.
One thing is it will be problem for our migrant school is cannot give the certificate, which is legally both Myanmar and Thai now, because now we just use our migrant certificate. So there is not accredited from the Thai side or Burma side, even though we have a good quality in the migrant student now. So one thing is the problem is to accreditation. So I think now there is a development in Myanmar. So some of the students also interested in the migrant education, but some of the students also would like to get any accreditation in Myanmar. So we cannot say exactly that many students will come to the migrant school or migrant school will go back because it is their decision and it is their parent choice now. So we cannot decide for them. I think if they come to the migrant, they will know about the more languages, no, because they can learn Thai, they can learn English very well. So if they go to they go back to Myanmar, it is a good opportunity for them to be accredited from the Myanmar side. So it will be continue their university in Myanmar. No? So if the student who are say in the Thai-Burma border and migrant student, they have to try the higher education as an international university in Thailand like that, but they cannot go like a state university. No?
Right. So all of this is the opinion, Mr. Saul. So what will happen with the migrant student and migrant school in 2015?
Can you tell me something that you know about ASEAN?
ASEAN, yeah. As for me, I think ASEAN means they have one vision and one identity and one community. And ASEAN is economic community.
Economic community?
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds great. And as a student, what can you get from ASEAN?
ASEAN. As for me, I think if ASEAN can arrive here, I want education, ASEAN education.
ASEAN education in this school?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it can make it develop. If ASEAN come here, if ASEAN arrive here, we can exchange, like exchange culture.
Exchange culture.
Yeah.
With other students.
Yeah, and share knowledge, and we can go around ASEAN countries.
ASEAN countries, yes, like Cambodia, Indonesia, Singapore. Yes.
I want to go. Yeah.
You want to go?
Yeah.
Really?
And I want to know about their culture. Yeah.
Okay. End of the interview. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Sham. I'm agent of Sapphawitthayakhom school student. So today I will stay with Mr. Visut Limnucha. He's the Federation of Thai Industry, TAC chapter. So we're going to interview about the ASEAN. What will happen with Mae Sot economic? So we will start in the first question. Okay. So what do you understand about in the ASEAN?
For ASEAN, we have 10 countries, which we may make business together, and maybe in a part of industry. Some maybe from farmer or make something about agricultural product. So we have to think about what happened to the standard of living when we do together in ASEAN. So if we understand that we try to climb up to be developed country or country that's developing country, which now we try to stand like Malaysia or Singapore. Because our economic in Thailand may be improving. And now on we still have problem. And then some business can be grow on. Everything in country maybe depend on the government.
Government. And politics too, right?
The politics. Because the past 2-3 years have many problems about the politics. So we industry cannot achieve the problem because some people try to make separate between people. So when we have not opinion the same or try to go the same way, so we cannot achieve.
Yes. All right. So now we have a key point. So we have to, when we're gonna be ASEAN, we have to do it together. That's a key point. So the second question is, what will happen to Mae Sot economic when the ASEAN open?
The first thing is we will see construction. Right now, many people try to come here, and we will see home pro. We will see make a home, and then we will see some business about macro. Right now, near finish. And then maybe Robinson.
Really?
Maybe Robinson. Right now, not begin yet, but we'll hurt some people. However, in Mae Sot is the border between Thai and Myanmar. Myanmar is trying to be achieve the business. So they try to make construction and try to make some part of economic zone to prepare for the business to invest in Myanmar. And in Mae Sot, when we have some point of the star that we will see the construction may be more and improved in Myanmar. So what we can sell is the thing that compliant with construction. For example, cement. Some of the building. Everything about the building we will provide for Myanmar.
Okay. So what do you think that when the ASEAN opened, so we'll have the many more people from Myanmar come to Mae Sot and get more stuff?
I think Myanmar may be divided into two parts. One is still stay in Myanmar and some maybe go back to Myanmar. One stay and still in Myanmar because they have the land. And if they not stay there, they cannot be the owner of the land. Right now, the land price very high. One right about 1 million or 2 million.
In Baht or Baht?
In Baht.
In Baht.
Very expensive now. But Mae Sot still now also expensive too. So if we see the growth of Myanmar, Mae Sot also growth too because like a sister city.
City. Right. All right. So now we know what will happen with Mae Sot in 2015. So the other question. So do you think Mae Sot can be a special economic zone in 2015?
For economic zone, I think that we have to think about one is logistic. Right now, the road is 2-lane, 3-lane, and 4-lane. And however, we also plan for the cave to make the road and the
bridge too, right?
The bridge. Also try to think about the train.
The train. The train.
However, the point is how to make comfortable for logistics. Is the first thing. And also we have to think about the land and the place for industry.
Yes, yes.
However, if industry come, but we have not enough the people to do in industry zone, it's also problem too.
Yeah, right. So in the last question, so do you have any recommendation for the people or student in Mae Sot, what they have to prepare for ASEAN in the future?
I think that the people or the student have to have the service mind.
Yes, service mind.
Service mind, I mean that if we are in the tourism industry, we can achieve many points there.
Yes.
Like some may make souvenir, some may have to make a tour to provide some for the tourists.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, and also in the temple, or maybe people come for pray to God.
Yeah, pray to
Yeah.
God, yes.
And some people come for social.
Yeah, social.
Also come
social.
Mae Sot.
Yeah, all right. So all of this is the opinion of Mr. Wizard. Right, so we want to say thank you very much for yes. Right, good evening everyone. I'm Sham. I'm a student from Sapphawitthayakhom school. Today we're going to interview this Dr. Laila Sway. Oh, sorry. Yeah, she's a TB and HIV doctor. She's from SMRU Choco Malaria Research Unit, right? Yeah. So now we're talking about public health in Mae Sot between Myanmar, right? Yeah. So now we'll see many refugees from Myanmar come to take the public health in Mae Sot. So I will start a question. What do you think about? What do you understand about the ASEAN?
So, before I go with my answer, I just want to point out something. Yeah.
Yes.
So, as previously you said, many refugees come from Myanmar.
Yeah.
I think in this situation, not refugees, many migrants come from the Myanmar. I think so. No, is it right?
Yeah.
So, for my understanding of the ASEAN is a kind of the good combination between the neighbors countries for the aspect of the business and the health and the social relationship, and finally the political combination between the countries. Political combination means the supporting each other to improve the country in every means. Yeah, that's my understanding. Yeah.
Oh, yes. So, and what do you think about the relationship between Mae Sot and Myanmar when the ASEAN open? In your opinion?
Yeah, you mean not the Thailand, just only the
just like
place.
one family, yeah, like that.
Yeah.
Just like we are family, we come to Myanmar and we come to Mae Sot. Just no nothing, no passport, no visa, just like come.
Yeah, is when ASEAN open, there would be the better relationship between the Myanmar, especially at the border area between the Myauri and the Mae Sot. So it will be open the more opportunity for the people, especially who are running the business as a kind of the local business or
education?
Otherwise.
Education.
Yeah, also including the educations, because in the border area, as you know, business is more influenced than the other. I think so.
Right,
so when we open the ASEAN, and there will be the much improvement we can see, especially in the part of the business and also the health services, and also including the education. I think so. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So now I will talking about the public health, right? So what do you think about the public health between Mae Sot and Myanmar will improve or not when the ASEAN open?
Yeah, exactly. Of course, we can see that a lot of improvement in the public health when we open the ASEAN between these two areas. now you can see easily that some kind of the reluctance between the two countries concerning with the public health, because we are not in the very well in the smooth communication between these two areas in the current situation. So because of these so many reasons, so many aspects. So if we are open, if the ASEAN opens, so the public health will improve, and most of the people who are walking around in the public health area, so they can involve in that area and they can help a lot the migrants people a lot, and also at the same time they can give the kind of the good suggestion for the local people here. So there will be the advantages for both migrants and also the local people, I think.
Yeah, I think so. So now, so everything will improve, like, so what do you think, what do you get from ASEAN when the ASEAN open? What you will get?
So you mean from me?
Yeah, from you. Only from you.
For ASEAN open?
Yeah, you will get what?
As a medical doctor,
Yes.
the exact thing that we can face is we will face a lot of the patients when the ASEAN open. I think so. Yeah, as a medical doctor, because now when the ASEAN open, you can see the result of the good results that, like you said, we don't need a visa, or then we can cross the border easily, like a limited period. So everybody can come for so many reasons. The exact thing that we can't deny is the people who are looking for the health services. So when you can see in the Miaori area, compared with the Mae Sot, Mae Sot is relatively good in the health service providing. So most of the people, they want to get the health services, but the problem is that they don't have a visa, and so it is very difficult to stay here for a long time. So that's why. So when we open the ASEAN, so the most impact is for us is that we have to see a loss of the patients.
Yes.
That's the one thing.
Yeah, I think that's good.
Yeah.
Right. So the last, you have any recommendation for the other Burmese people who will come to work in Mae Sot or work in the other country when the ASEAN open?
According to my experience, I have seen some differences between the Mae Sot and in Myanmar, especially along the border area of the Myanmar, which contact with the Mae Sot is quite there are a bit of the differences between these two areas. So I would like to recommend that all people who are coming to the Mae Sot for many reasons, like people who are coming for the job and the help and the every aspect, I think they should come and see the Mae Sot. Because in the Mae Sot, we can see that some good points here, especially starting from the basic thing like the disciplines here, they are using here, discipline now they used to here, and the other thing is the health services providing, and the other thing is the way of living here. And so all the things are a little bit different. I mean that from the Myanmar, and they should come, they should visit and see what other people are doing in their country, and then we can learn something from there. Then so this is the most important thing to improve in your country, I think so. So I think they should come and visit what they are doing here in every aspect, and then so we can learn a lot from there.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Right, so now we know all about Dr. Lai Lai Sui, right? Opinion already. So thank you, Doctor.